News Wednesday, World News Wednesday. Who's the diva of the club that's made for you and me? Disney, Divea, Disney Diva. World News Wednesday, Disney Diva. World News Wednesday. Forever let us hold a spanner high, 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 high. Come along and sing a song and join the jamboree. Disney, Divea. World News Wednesday. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's time for another episode of World News Wednesday. And we're going to get down to business, but first, we're going to do a little ditty. And we got a lot to talk about, and I don't want a part two, so let's get down to business. It's not a Disney song, but I like it, so I'm playing it. It kind of reminds me about what's going on right now. So yeah.
How many of you have had a job and you wake up and you say, "Oh, I don't want to go to that place today"? Now you're here. You have the courage.
No, I had a different song. No, go back.
Deadbeats living in a back street, north, east, west, south, all in the same house, sitting in a back room, waiting for the big boom. I'm in a bedroom waiting for my baby. She's so mean, I don't care. I love her eyes and her wild, wild hair. Dance to the beat that we like best. Heading for the 90s, living in the wild, wild west. Amanda's in the back room, handing out Valley and sheriffs on the airwaves, talking to the DJs. 47 heartbeats beating like a drum. Gotta live it up, live it up. Ronnie's got a new gun. She's so mean, I don't care. I love her eyes and her wild, wild hair. Dance to the beat that we like best. Heading for the 90s, living in the wild, wild west. The wild, wild west.
I like that video from back in the day. First, before we get to World News Wednesday, I just want to say thanks for all the birthday wishes on my WDW Disney Diva page. Thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate it so much. You don't know. And I got lots more people to thank on my regular page when I get in there. Today was my first day back to work since the car accident, and I feel it. I didn't do nothing. I didn't clean. I didn't do nothing like that. I just watched some kids and told them stop, don't do that. Sorry, but yeah, just standing up. I didn't stand up a whole lot, but yeah, I'm feeling it. I am. Okay, now there was talk of Cirque du Soleil drawn to live filing for bankruptcy. But apparently they're not, because tickets go on sale. They're on sale now for the first show. Their first performance will be November 5th. So the new Drawn to Live, which hasn't been seen yet, they thought wasn't going to be because they were going to file for bankruptcy, but you can buy tickets right now if you want to for the first showing in November 5th. Check your My Disney Experience for the times. And at Disney Springs, they got the M&M store opening Thanksgiving 2020. And the Lululemon is getting some new signage and stuff, so they got that kind of closed off right now. It's not open. So they're doing a little refurb over there at Disney Springs. Now the annual pass holder preview went up for the 9th and 10th. You could pick Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom. It was full within minutes. I didn't have a chance in hell of trying to, it was gone. Another epic fail of trying to get on there and get your spot. Another epic fail. And I'm going to talk about another one in a minute. But now they're saying, because people book rooms, they're not going to provide transportation to the parks. So if you're flying in, you're going to have to Uber, or I don't know how you're going to get there. If you're driving, you can just drive over, but they're not providing transportation, and I don't know why. That doesn't make sense to me if they're offering a preview not to offer transportation. Yeah. And it opened a few days ago. The Mini Fantasia Gardens golf course opened. The mini golf. It's not regular golf. The regular golf courses have been open. And if you watch my video on WDW those amazing robo caddies are amazing. I'm not a golfing person, but I might just go out there on the course just to walk one of those around. It travels behind you. It stops when you stop. You turn a little monitor off. It's got a cooler on it, a drink holder, holds your clubs. Pretty cool. But they recommend reservations, even though they're not, it's not like you have to make a park reservation. It's the mini golf course, but they recommend you call and make sure they have availability because they're only letting so many people in. The monorail will resume partially July 11th, and the same with the buses, limited, the boat, it's limited transportation based on available seating. Now they haven't really given the hours yet. I'm sure it's going to run through park opening until an hour or so after park closing, but it's going to be limited because they're limited in the amount of people that's going to be able to get on there. So I think they're going to be running constantly. It's just going to take you a while because they're only letting so many people on. Yeah, that's going to be fun. And the Walt Disney World, it's owned by Marriott, but they call it the Walt Disney Swan and Dolphin, is going to reopen after July 29th, and there's a tie-in to that here in a minute. So they're relocating guests with existing reservations right now. So if you had a reservation, they're just relocating you to somewhere else. And the Skyliner will resume. Of course, it's the main thing for Epcot, going to Epcot and some of the resorts. It'll resume July 15th when Epcot opens. And the Food and Wine Fest starts the same day, y'all. We're going up the weekend of the 17th, and they still have not called me about where they're going to put us. And something new to Florida, which is, new, is Walt Disney World vanity license plates for Florida drivers may be approved soon. It's up for approval to get a special Disney license plate with your plate number on it. So it's up for approval. But right now, to go get any kind of paperwork, anything done that you can't do online, it's by appointment only. And they only have like 4 locations in Palm Beach County. And my driver's license, of course, expired today. And I couldn't get an appointment for today. The closest appointment I could get was for tomorrow, and it's way out in Belglade, which is like an hour west. So yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow. Fun, fun, fun. But the plates, they say you'll be able to order probably online. If you have an existing plate, they'll just switch it to the Disney one, and then you have to turn in your old plate. Now, the NBA is paying like $1.5 million a day to stay and finish out their season at the ESPN Wild World of Sports. And yeah, I'm going to tie something into that in a minute. And the cast member blockout dates includes all of July, August, September, and it's going to expand as guests fill up the spots. But they are offering a preview for them as well. They're going to have their own preview for the parks before they open. But after that, they ain't going to be visiting for a while, which I don't think is fair, but people's been waiting for months, so I guess, it is what it is. And the new solar-powered, it's all solar-powered McDonald's. It's located right before you get to the All-Star Resorts, over on the left-hand side, is now open. Of course, the All-Star isn't open. They're not open. It doesn't have even a schedule for an opening yet. And most of our reservations for the rest of this year, next year I got smart and booked them somewhere else because they're still not saying when they're going to be open. But it's an all solar power McDonald's. It looks amazing. It's open. All right, now Walt Disney World won a lawsuit against the Orange County property appraiser over excessive property taxes. Now, Disney's been, buying up more property, and now they sue them because they're charging them too much taxes, but they won. They won. And I'm not going to give you the amount of money because, yeah, it's, wow, out there. And that's just property taxes, y'all. Property taxes in Florida is a lot of money because it's Florida. It's, yeah. Now, the park dining reservations were released this week. This week, if you had an existing reservation and you had to rebook and reschedule, they were letting you go on to make your reservations. Now, that was for guests with existing reservations. And again, it was another epic fail. People couldn't get on. They go to the login page and just the rolling ring of death. They really need to beef up their system. It's a joke. I can't say anything else besides it's a joke. That's all I can say. Another epic fail. And they also had reservations if you had to cancel for like the Droid Depot, the Build a Lightsaber, for those things as well. So hopefully you got to go on sometime or another and reschedule. 60 days, and once people get the reservations that already had existing reservations, then you'll be able to book only 60 days in advance, not 180 days in advance. 60 days. Now, I showed a picture on WDWDisneyDiva.com of Cinderella's castle. It's done, and it's ready for the July 11th opening. The Cinderella Anniversary Castle. It looks more to me like Sleeping Beauty because it's pink and blue. Make it pink, make it blue, make it pink, make it blue. It's gorgeous, though, and some of the turrets are blue, but the ones towards the top are beautiful, bright, shimmery gold. It's beautiful. Anything to me is better than that 25th anniversary cake they had. And the mosquitoes are swarming. I told you we got that West Nile down here now, too. Yeah, I'm talking to my phone. Just to move a certain way or move a certain muscle. And you know how bad the skeeters are out here. So, yeah, I talked about it on Yak Attack Friday. I go live from WDW Disney Diva on Facebook live every Friday. Oh, no, I've been doing it from this page, from .com page. So I can share it with all my other pages. So, yeah, the West Nile's down here, too. Yeah, goody, goody. Now, they've already set up the temperature screening tents, and they're in place at the Transportation Ticket Center at Walt Disney World. So they're in place and ready. They're just the white tents, same ones they had at Disney Springs. Now, people are complaining about the Yeti not working at Expedition Everest at Animal Kingdom. And Joe Rowe went on there on the Disney Parks blog the other day and was trying to explain to him how complex audio animatronics is, and it's just not that easy to go in there and fix. Now, I've been on that attraction several times and it didn't work. He's been off and on since it pretty much, opened the attraction. I guess he's completely down, and people complaining. If that's all you got to complain about, then shush it. For real. They'll get it when they can. It's still fun. I like when it goes backwards. First time I did it, yeah, Randy freaked out. He wasn't expecting that. He's like, oh, Lord, what's happening? I said, well, look, the track's gone. We got to go back. I was, what do you call them? We used to call them something, some kind of Disney moment that you'll never forget, that you wish you had on video, but it'll be there, forever, one of them Disney memories in your brain. And, like I say, I've seen him work and I've seen him not work, and partially working, or his eyes won't be glowing or whatever. And yeah, if that's all you got to figure out to complain about, come on now. And he explained it. They'll get it, don't worry. And the Garden Grill, along with some of the restaurant character dining, they haven't said, you know, any other park besides Epcot right now, will have some character dining modifications to where the characters will walk around and wave, but they're not going to come over to your table and be up with you, giving hugs, getting pictures, but they will walk around and wave and let you take pictures of them while you're, you know. So it's not going to be as bad as not having them at all. So they'll be, you know, they'll be standing at your table waving at you, but you can't have your little ones run up and start hugging on them and stuff. You got to tell them no. We got to stay on our spots. Hopefully it'll work out and they don't have to take them away. So at least, you know, they're trying to new things and trying to figure out how to keep guests happy. You know, it's not their fault, it's not our fault, and you know, everybody's, you know, Disney this, Disney that. They're doing what they can, you know, and there's gonna be kinks in the system, but they really need to fix the Shop Disney and the My Disney experience, because it's yeah. Oh, World News Wednesday. So at least they're trying to do something. Now, you know, Splash Mountain is going to be rethemed, and it's going to be within a couple years. They're not just going to go ahead and start tearing it down, you know. And it's still on the schedule. They haven't pulled it. It's still on the schedule to open when Magic Kingdom opens. So you'll get to ride it. And we'll talk about the other thing in a minute that people's freaking out about. So now there's talk on social media about the hanging scene at the Haunted Mansion. They're talking about, oh, it's a lynching, and it's a haunted house, y'all. For real. You haven't gone trick-or-treating and seen people with ghosts and stuff hanging? You calling that a lynching? It ties into the theme, and it's part of the theme attraction. They're complaining about it. So we'll see what happens with that. As far as I know, no petitions have started. Now there's a new one. Can you guess what it might be now that they tweeting about, that they might want Disney to fix? The Hall of Presidents. Yes. Yes. The Hall of Presidents. Now they're throwing out tweets, maybe Disney should. And Disney's also talking about refurbing Splash Mountain at Tokyo Disney. So yeah, it's always on this episode of what's next. So now, you know, Splash Mountain's already been set in stone. Now they're talking about the hanging scene on a mansion. And now they've started tweeting about the Hall of Presidents. Now, Olga's Cantina was put on as part of one of the opening things that'll be open during at Hollywood Studios at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Was been pulled. And they're saying because it's really a small place. If you ever been there, it's small and it's compact. So I guess, instead of just putting 20 people in there, if they would social distance, that's probably all they could fit. They pulled it. So Olga's isn't going to be open when they first open yet. Now, the MSL, which is the Major League Soccer team, is arriving at Walt Disney World Resort, and they will be staying at the Dolphin Hotel, and that's why I got a feeling they're diverting guests, because I think their season ends July 30th, and they're taking bookings back open July 30th. They're canceling them through July 29th and moving people. That's why, because the Major Soccer League is staying there. They couldn't figure, first it was Coronado, then it was this, then it was that. I guess now they stay in there. Which it's owned by the Marriott, so even though they call it a Walt Disney World, because it's on property. It is on Disney property, but it is owned by the Marriott. So, yeah, they'll be staying at the Dolphin. Now, a cast member from Disney Cruise Line, from the Wonder, passed away, and now they're having them tested for the COVID, for the ninja. I call it the ninja. So they haven't said what the results are yet, and they're not saying how he passed away, but they're just saying a cast member that worked on the Disney Wonder has passed away, and now they're testing him for the COVID. So I'll keep you up to date on that as I hear more information. And Walt Disney World cast members, you are probably going to see some of them not only wearing a mask, but they'll be wearing face shields. For the cast members that's going to be probably doing the most interacting. They've already showed up at some places at Disney Springs. So it's probably the cast members that are doing the most interactions with the public that'll not only be wearing a mask, but a face shield as well. So don't freak out when you see them wear. Now, it's usually the segment where we get to all the rave, but now I got to tell you what's not all the rave. And I talked about it before. The Disney Splash Mountain stuff flew off the shelves, and now some people are saying they pulled it because you know, the little park clippy things, those disappeared. But they did have some stuff left that they had the magic band that you could make, and they had the phone cases that you can make. The D-Tech, they pulled the prints. They pulled the Splash Mountain print, and they pulled the print for the magic band and the phone. They're no longer available. They pulled the print where you could print out for space. Now all the other prints are there, except for Splash Mountain. Now the question is, people are wondering, is the gift shop going to be open at Splash Mountain to let them clear out the stuff they have, or are they going to keep restocking it until they retheme it? Nobody knows yet because Magic Kingdom is not open. But as far as Disney Springs goes, nothing Splash Mountain. They pulled the it's either they pulled it, which some people have said, or it's sold out completely. But I know they pulled the D-Tech. I know they pulled the D-Tech. They pulled the phone cases and the magic bands that you could make. You would sit there on the digital screen, pick your color, whether you want your name on it, pick what theme you wanted. Splash Mountain's disappeared. Same with the D-Tech phone cases. They've disappeared. So that's not all the rave because people are upset. And the stuff is going on eBay for, and we talked about this before, exorbitant amounts of money. It's just downright asinine ridiculous. For real. It's ridiculous. But they do have some cute new merchandise there. They got this cute little Forky brush. And they do have some cute new merchandise. Some new towels and new shirts. More Pride merchandise has showed up. So, but it's not all the rave. People's raving about that stuff being gone because now they want to snag it and there's nothing there. And now they're worried about when they get to Magic Kingdom, are they going to keep the gift shop stocked, or are they going to pull everything before, what are they going to do with it? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So just a couple things to show. I'll be back Yak Attack Friday. This was on back order from the Star Wars release, from the Harvey's Star Wars collection. And it was from the virtual house party because, of course, California was locked down as well. It was from the virtual house party, and this came as part of the collection. And this sold out pretty quick, but I was able to snag one. So this is the, oh Lord Jesus. This was the lanyard. And of course it was from the virtual house party. So I got this the other day in the mail, which was on back order. And I got the Pill Light Click and Go. I can't bend over too far, y'all, sorry. But it's all made in the USA. Made in the good old US. And this is nice and thick. Seatbelt, come on now, it's indestructible. And of course here's the Star Wars Harvey's of California Star Wars sticker they had. And this, it was from the Monsters Inc. collection. And this was the Scream canister coin purse. And there's the Monsters Inc. Did I show this already? I don't know. I don't know, y'all, me and my Disney brain. But this is nice. I like this. I've never had. It's my first time getting a lanyard, y'all, because they were usually for when when the store was open. It was a gift, for the people that were waiting in line all night to snag them something. So I think this was the first time that I know of they've offered them online. They've offered them online. So I was able to snag the Click and Go and snag because it was pre-order, back order, which means because they've been closed as well, they haven't had people in the shop. So I'm gonna let y'all roll. I'll be back for Yak Attack. I'm gonna get on the page. I got to do some shout outs on my regular WDW Disney page for my birthday wishes and get with them peeps and tell them thank you. And I'll see you all on the page. I will see you all on Yak Attack. And yeah, because we're not working Friday because the 4th is on the weekend. So yes. So that'll be nice. So anyhow, enjoy the rest of your week. And I will see you all on Yak Attack. Y'all. Peace out.